Day 19. How would you like to understand yourself a little better so you can love yourself a little bit more? I'm about to give you something that has helped me tremendously after a mentor put words to a process that I have done virtually through my whole life in periods. This is called the process of asking why. Identify something that you're not too proud of, either in your life or about today. I know this is a Saturday, but this is a day for self-love. I'm going to help you achieve a little bit more of that, some self-understanding leading to self-love. Just by doing this, you are demonstrating self-love because you show that you are willing to yourself, that you are willing to feel better about you and understand yourself. So first of all, number one, pick a subject, something that you're not too proud of. It can be something like this. Today I yelled at a loved one, at my kid, at my partner, and I said some things that I'm not too proud of. I was too strict. That could be one thing. It can also be, I just overslept this day. I should have woken up earlier, or I should have gone to bed earlier. Can be something like that. Can be virtually anything, but something that pops up in your mind when I say, hey, where do you judge yourself right now? Right? Now that you have that subject, you begin the process of asking why. And the why, the direction these questions are asked is, why did I do this? And at first you may notice that fear pops up because you may not want to approach why. Maybe you're afraid that you're not a good person. But please stick with this question and go through the entire exercise until you get to the bottom of it. Keep asking yourself why. Why did I do that? Why did I yell at my child because she didn't put her jacket on in the time I wanted? You can come up with a whole bunch of reasons, but the point here is to ask why, and ask why, and ask why to whatever arises until you really don't get any different answer. You'll come to this core answer that feels very real, very true, and quite illuminating if you haven't done the process before. An example, why did I yell at my, if I had a child, I don't yet, not in this moment in time, but if I was, I would have said, well, I've done this a lot of times, so I know it always ends with some kind of good emotion, some kind of feeling, some kind of lack of love, or some kind of looking for love. It's never the pure signal of love, but it's always motivated by love, kicked forward in time by some kind of love thought, or inspired by some kind of love thought. So I would say, why did I force my child to put on the jacket much faster until she cried and then ran to school and got frustrated and blamed her for it? Well, you know what? I know that the reason that I want to get her to school in time, just to have that as a first thing, is because I think the education will help her. That's probably a normal thought for some parents. I think that she will be better off later in life if she gets to school on time and gets the education she can. And why? Why did I want her to wear a jacket and do it faster? Well, faster, we already resolved that. It's because I love her future. I want her to have a great future. Now the next one, why did I want to have her put on a jacket? Obviously, it's because a mother or a father doesn't want their child to get too cold. So if they do something out of stress, which they should resolve, but first of all, let's resolve the self-judgment, because that comes first. If you're afraid of who you are, you won't resolve anything. You got to love yourself and figure out why you do things. And when you do, you'll begin to understand and know why other people do what they do. For example, today I had a speech in the middle of Norway in Oslo. We had a celebration for the freedom of Norway, a demonstration to go back to a free society, actually create a new free society where you can choose whatever you want to do, mask or not, it's perfectly fine. You have the freedom to walk and do and be whatever and whoever you want, as long as you do not directly hurt anyone, you know. It was a great gathering, and I was invited to speak there, and I joyously did so. And one of the speakers seemingly had some resistance in people. And there was this guy who walked past, and he started to throw ugly words at the speaker while he was speaking. You know, he was speaking a profoundly good cause. He was illuminating some difficult you know, perspectives on today's situation when it comes to media manipulation, when it comes to fear-based tactics to manipulate the people. It was an informant in a way. But this guy walked past and he just said, "Fucking pig, you know, you disgust me," and he just threw out very, very destructive sentences. Now, I felt this because he walked right behind me and passed. And I wanted to throw some shit in his face too, you know. My instinct was acting on that same fear motivated aggression. And I wanted to say, "Go fuck yourself, motherfucker." I'm pardoning the language, but I'm just being real here, you should know by now. But I didn't. I took a moment and I said, what does this man actually say and what does he need? And in an instant I know, well, obviously, I'll tell you afterwards, obviously it's not obvious, but to me it seems obvious. I will tell you why. But I looked at him and I say, "Go love yourself, man." Instead of saying, "Go fuck yourself," I said, "Go love yourself." And I meant it. I meant, hey, take a moment, go and love yourself. And I said it a couple or 3 times to him, and he became silent and he walked around the bush and started to swear from the other side, because he wasn't ready to love himself, I think, and I don't think he understood why that was important. So what I saw in him was, yeah, someone troubled who overflowed with anger and rage and disgusting energy, because he said, "You disgust me," which is a self-description. Whatever comes out the mouth is usually a reflection back to the person who says it, with the same energy, with the same intention, you know. So I thought, this guy obviously doesn't feel good, and why is he yelling in a peaceful gathering of loving people who share something and illuminate some truth? And for me, there could be every reason in the universe. It doesn't matter what the logical mind reason is. What I knew is that he believed in a reality, in a truth that was so real to him and so important that he wanted other people to know it. If he didn't care at all about people, he would never have raised his voice, probably, if it was not for self-protection. But he obviously had some kind of relationship with a reality that he felt a need to protect. Hopefully that reality includes some benefits for him. He would not stand up and protect it if there's probably more reasons than just, "I got to be right, I have to be right." There was something else that he wanted to point out that he didn't have the language to express. And why did he say that? When he comes home and looks at himself in the mirror and say, "Why did I say you disgust me? Why did I put out such a nasty vibration in a crowd of people who gather together in peace and want the best for the world?" You know, if he ever asks that question, most people will judge themselves first. And then they stop instead of moving through it and ask why. Why? Why did I do that? Why? Well, because I'm a bad person. Well, why am I a bad person? Well, because society isn't as I like it. Well, why isn't society as I like it? Well, because I see it in a way where I just see things that doesn't work. Okay, why do I see it in this way? I had a tough childhood. Why didn't I have a tough childhood? Well, because I loved the people around me and they didn't love me back. You know, that may be one road, asking why. And you'll end up understanding that it's all founded in love, this foundation of love. And love is a very general word for me. It's universal love, it's unconditional love, it is cosmic love, it is beautiful, eternal, complete and absolute love I'm talking about. I'm talking about what motivates us all. The inspiration, what pulls us into the future, the positive aspect of what we are here for. The things you actually want, that is what I put into love. That is what love is. It's a magnetic force that pulls us through time and space, to meet beautiful people and circumstances, and grow and evolve beyond what we were, our lacks, and become totally fulfilled in this state of being where love is present. So love yourself today. Ask yourself a little bit more why, and go through those harder emotions. Dare to stay in them for a moment so you can listen to the message on the other side. This is how you will love yourself more. I hope you do this. My name is Theo Flove. I'm wishing you a beautiful, wonderful, magnificent Saturday. This is the last day of love according to Advent traditions. Tomorrow we'll initiate the 4th candle, and this is the candle of joy. Good night.